Okay, right. So at 11.4, number 1. Okay, let's look at what was given. They gave you two parallel sides. So AD and BC were parallel. So if I were to go through all my quadrilaterals, thank you. The only one that has got only one pair of parallel sides would be a trapezium. Okay, and let's give a reason. It only has one pair of parallel sides. Sorry, of opposite sides parallel. Let me just correct that. Of opposite sides parallel. Right, any questions there? Okay, number 2. What was given there? Can you see that EH was equal to FG? So opposite sides equal. And then there was another pair of opposite sides equal. EF and HG was also equal. Okay, so we have got both pairs of opposite sides equal. So that could have been a parallelogram or a rectangle. No. Okay, do you guys mind if I don't write out the word? Can I say that? Parallelogram, sorry. Or a rectangle. Okay, and your reason must be two pairs of opposite sides equal. Right. Any questions there? Yeah. Okay, they did not indicate that it's parallel. They only indicated that they're equal. Right, so we don't know that it's parallel. So I couldn't say that. Okay. Right, number 3. Number 3, we have got, look at JM and KL. Okay, those are parallel. Shh, 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 shh. You girls at the back. As well as JK and ML. So can you see I've got two pairs of opposite sides parallel. So before you write that down, hold on. That means it could be. Yeah, I'm getting to that part. So far, if you only look at the parallel sides, it could be a rectangle, a parallelogram, a rhombus, or a square. Okay? But it was given that JM and JK, meaning those two sides right next to each other, were equal. So then, can't be rectangle, can't be parallelogram. Does that make sense to you guys? So the only options then left would have been a rhombus or a square. How would it's not given here and it's not part of the question, but I'm just asking, how would we then distinguish between the rhombus and the square? Which one would it be? We're going to have angles. No. Okay. Okay, what was your reason here? I have got two pairs, of opposite sides parallel. Yeah.
How is 3 can it be a rhombus if rhombus has to have 4 equal sides?
Yeah.
But these don't have 4 equal sides.
Okay, but the trick is, have a look. If I'm going to redraw quickly. It's not on scale, so, and they specifically said right in the beginning it's not on scale, no? So they're saying that this one is equal to that one. No, right. But isn't, what is this one's name? Sorry, that was L. Okay. So isn't JM and KL, aren't they parallel? Okay. And what do we know about parallel sides? Same distance. So if that's one stripe, it means this must be one stripe. No. Yeah, we forgot about that part. Then JK and ML are also parallel. And what do we know about parallel sides? Same distance. So if JM has got one stripe, it means that this one must also have one
Yeah, so they
stripe.
won't always give you all of the.
No.
That's
But hold on. We don't really ask this. We don't really ask it like that in a test. Okay?
Because I was like, I thought they're giving you all of them, and I was like, how?
But even though we don't ask it like that, it is still very important that you guys know all the properties of all your quadrilaterals. Okay? Because you use it up until grade 12. Alright, yes. Yeah, you must say. Because if you just say opposite sides parallel, it could be just one pair, and then it can't be a rhombus or a square. Then we rather think of a trapezium. Okay, so rather say two pairs. Yeah.
So are you also saying in other examples, when the opposite sides are parallel, that you can assume they're equal?
Yes, yeah. Because they're parallel, the distance is the same. Okay. Right, any other questions there? Okay, so let me just finish my reason. We've got two pairs of opposite sides, parallel and equal. Oops, in the clear. And equal. Okay. Number 4. Number 4 was a straightforward one. That would have been a kite. No. What was your reason there? If you look at our rules page, a kite is a quadrilateral with two isosceles triangles on each side, on either side of a diagonal. Okay.
Yeah. Find a position that has two isosceles triangles.
Yes.
Okay.
No, that's fine. Number 5. Yes?
I think O is equal to UP and ON is equal to Q.
Yes. I'd take that as well. Right, number 5, I was given S, V, and TU are parallel and equal. So what would that be? Right, yeah. Good, parallelogram. Because again, because those two sides are parallel, the distance between them is the same, right? Right. Okay, so parallelogram. Sorry, I didn't write out the whole word. Number 6. Number 6, they're showing us that all 4 of those sides are equal. So what would it be? Yeah? A rhombus. Good. Yeah. For you, eh?
A visual learner.
Oh.
I've seen the picture.
Yeah.
I see it's not a square, but I'm told.
Yeah, but that's why right in the beginning they said it's not on scale. Adjacent sides, next to each other.
Just like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like one type of one.
Yeah. Are you now with a kite?
No, I'm just asking, like, because the other questions were about adjacent.
Yeah.
So it has to be equal.
Ek is mos reg, net Tara, adjacent is mos langs mekaar. Adjacent sides, yeah.
That are equal.
Mm.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions at 6? Let's go to 11.5. Yes. It could be. Yeah. Right, let's look at 11.5. Now we've got sentences, sorry, and we've got to fill in. Oops, sorry. Okay, so 11.5. Number 1A. Use the information given on sketches 1A, B, and C on the left to classify the quadrilaterals. Give a reason for your answer. The sketches are not to scale. Ek weet, dit maak my stem mekaar.
So that you can memorize exactly what the arrows.
The properties. Yes.
So that's the reason why.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, we give you the picture and you just look at.
So obvious.
Yeah. Okay, so at A, you will see that all four of those sides are equal, and they're also giving me a 90 degrees angle. So what would it be? A square. Good.
Man, that's what I didn't like.
You didn't like this exercise, but right. B. Look at what was given. I have got two pairs of opposite sides that are parallel, and I've got a 90 degrees angle. So it would be a rectangle. Good. Huh? Are you asking how? Oh. Right. C. Again, two pairs of opposite sides parallel, and then we've got those adjacent sides equal. So what would we then have? A square. Good. Voel look like I see it van my. For the previous one. Remember, the only difference between the rectangle and the parallelogram, I'm quickly going to draw it here. Have a look. Alia. Rectangle, right, has got parallel and equal, parallel and equal. So that would be the same for a parallelogram, right? But the angles at the rectangle must be 90 degrees. Angle over here, you can see, it's not going to be 90 degrees. Yeah, so that's why at C, that 90 degrees was the deal breaker. Okay. We're not going to ask it like this, no. But you must know your quadrilaterals. You'll see when we get to the next chapter, when we bring all the geometry together, then you sometimes use these properties. So it's not like I'm going to ask you specifically classify the square. But when I give you something where you've got two pairs of opposite sides being equal and parallel, and I'm telling you that it's a rectangle, then you must know that that specific angle will be a 90 degrees angle. So you've got to make those type of assumptions. So that's why we've got to know these things. Okay. Ratios. No, not now. No, not this term. We only got decimals and fractions and then geometry left for this term. Okay. So, yeah. Number 2. Okay, so at number 2, you were given sentences and you had to fill in the missing word. Ek weet, hy wil nie lekker nie. Okay, complete each of these statements. A quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides parallel and a pair of adjacent sides equal is a rhombus. Do you want me to draw these as we go along? Okay. Right. B. B, we say a quadrilateral with two pairs of adjacent sides equal. Have a look. Adjacent sides equal. Adjacent sides equal. So that's why we have it as a kite. In a? Yeah, you can just have one pair. Because then, oopsie. Yeah. But they already said that I've got two pairs of parallel sides. And then they say one pair of adjacent sides equal. They can be two, but they're just giving me enough to realize, okay, because if I left those red stripes out, it could have been a rectangle, a parallelogram, a square, or a rhombus. But because they're saying adjacent sides equal, the rectangle and the parallelogram is out.
Yeah.
So now it's just one of those two. Okay. So it's actually a process of elimination as we go along. Or for me, that's how I do it. Yes.
And why is A not a square?
You can say rhombus or square because they're not saying anything about the angles. Right, C. What's wrong, you girls? Okay, C, it says a quadrilateral with all four sides equal. Okay, so if I were to draw it, all four of those sides are equal. So that could be a square or a rhombus. No? Yeah? Yes, he just asked earlier on and I said yes. Right, D. D says a quadrilateral with all four sides equal and a right angle. So now they're saying and a right angle. So now it can't be a rhombus or a square. Now it must be Neiman Cookie. All four sides are equal. Now it must be a square. Huh? Het ek nou dit gesê? Sorry. Skus, ek het nou verkeerd gepraat dan. Lees gou-gou. A quadrilateral with all four sides equal and a right angle. So if they just gave me the all four sides equal, it could have been a square or a rhombus. But because of that 90 degrees, it can only be a square. Okay. Skus julle. Yeah. Which one? The next one. No, but the next one is on equations, no? Yeah. Okay, let's look at E. Shh. Okay, ek gaan nou sommer langsaan aangaan, hè. E says a quadrilateral with at least one pair of opposite sides parallel. So there's my quadrilateral. All I know is one pair is parallel. Must be trapezium. Good. Oop, not SZ. Ek is by die Afrikaans. Yes. Can't be square because they're not saying anything about these being parallel as well and sides being equal. The only information they give me is that the opposite, one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Okay, have a look at this. That one, the rules page. Can you see right at the top I've got trapezium? And it's just got one pair of parallel sides. That's all that's given, so that's all I can go on. Okay. I can't assume the rest.
Oh, so you can't assume that you have to do what they're giving you.
But you can assume that
Because it's parallel, yes.
I just heard opposite. I just heard one pair of.
En dan weet jy dis trapezium. Ja. Okay, kom ons kyk gou F. A parallelogram. Okay, so we know that. A parallelogram with a right angle. Parallelogram with a right angle. So it must be a rectangle. Good. Nee, you could have said that as well. Want hulle het niks gesê van die sye wat gelyk is of ja. Ja, sê dit maar. Okay, G. Ja? What about the square? Shh. Yeah, by I.
No, we got 8, sorry.
Yeah.
Why can't we square in a calculator change the size?
She just asked, can it maybe be a square? And I said, yes, I would take that as well. Because they're just saying, by saying it's a parallelogram, it means that these two are parallel and those two are parallel. And then they're also saying with a right angle. So I would have taken a square as well. Okay. Okay, right. G. G says a rhombus with a right angle. That must be a square.
And H really confused me at night. I didn't know the answer.
Okay, kom ons kyk gou-gou. H. H says a trapezium. So let's have a trapezium. There we go. One pair of parallel sides. A trapezium with its non-parallel sides. So I am talking about these two sides, the non-parallel ones. Right? With the non-parallel ones equal is called a isosceles trapezium.
I saw that in the back. I went to go check. I was like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, but I don't think we didn't speak about an isosceles triangle in our previous class. Yeah. So you guys wouldn't have known that. It's my mistake. No. No, you can't say parallelogram because they're not saying that these two sides are parallel as well. They could be equal, but they're not saying that they're parallel. It's only got one pair of parallel sides. Sê gou weer, could a trapezium?
The non-parallel sides.
Yeah.
Aren't they equal in element, or could they not be equal?
Yeah. Kyk, a trapezium can look like this as well.
Oh, true, yeah.
So then these are parallel, but you can see for the visual people that this one is much shorter than that. So it's not always.
It doesn't have to be the same length if it's parallel. It just needs to be opposite.
Yeah.
But it also be like the same length.
It doesn't have to be the same length. No.
Obviously, because the
Yeah. That's why we have those little stripes as well. Okay, so I'm not writing out the full word isosceles trapezium. Okay, a quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides equal. Okay, so there's my quadrilateral. Both pairs of opposite sides equal. So that one equal to this one, and these two opposite sides equal. They're not saying anything about the angles.
But they do say that it's.
So to me, it could be a parallelogram or a rectangle.
I wrote parallelogram. I'm just asking if it could be.
No. Because for a square, that one and this one has to be, all four sides. The adjacent sides must be equal. And over here, only have opposite sides equal. Do you get it? Right, next one. J. A rectangle with a pair of adjacent sides. A quadrilateral with. Shh, yellow girls. A rectangle with a pair of adjacent sides equal would be a square. Sorry, what did you want to ask? My pen happened to the G, that's why. Okay, K. If a quadrilateral has two pairs of opposite angles equal. Okay, now kyk gou hier. Two pairs of opposite angles equal, meaning this angle is just as big as that one, and that one just as big as that one. So two pairs of opposite angles equal. It would be a parallelogram, or it could also be a. Did some of you maybe say rectangle? Okay, they didn't specify that it's 90, but yeah, but then I'm gonna have all the angles. Yes, so only rectangle.
Rectangle.
Rectangle or parallelogram?
Because rectangles all sides, all angles equal.
Rectangle or parallelogram. Confused me. Yeah. A parallelogram. Yeah, they didn't say anything about so only two pairs, so then parallelogram. Yeah. Parallelogram. A parallelogram has got two pairs of opposite sides equal and parallel. And then, yeah. And then the opposite sides equal. Yeah. I've got two more. L. Okay, kos maak gou klaar. L. If a quadrilateral has all four angles equal to 90 degrees, it is a rectangle. Ja, maar my pen maak dit af. Ja? I know, ek dink hy's besig om pap te raak, sorry. Okay, M, want hy wil nie, hy vat so net so plek. If a quadrilateral has both pairs of opposite angles equal and a pair of adjacent sides equal, it is a rhombus. Good. Okay, now what you guys are going to do is the following. I'm going to give you homework. Can I skip? Is anyone still copying? Okay. I'm going to give you this as homework. 11.7, only 1A and 2A. So it's two very short ones. And then Isabella's going to hand out a page, or Isabel is going to hand out a page, which is revision for next week Thursday's test. Remember?
Next Friday.
Oh, sorry, Friday.
This week.
Nee, my skarrel volgende week, 2 September, né? 2 September. I posted it on the group, all the assessment dates. Okay, so let me just finish my sentence. So the page that she's handing out now, that is also homework, but I'm not going to give you everything. I'll narrow it down just now. So we're going to start practicing for next week's test. Okay, so when I see you guys again, what is vandag? Thursday? So Friday, I am not here. Okay? So on Friday, you're going to get the rest of that page. So that when I see you again on Tuesday, next week Tuesday, we will mark that whole page for revision and then also do an old test to make sure you guys are fine for end of that week. Okay? Good.